I was going to record this, but I can't find the record button. So if one of the group members can do that, record the audio, and it'll just be for anybody that's in the meeting. It will just be the audio that gets recorded and nothing else. But if someone could record that would be appreciated. So no further ado, over to Raymond R.
All right. Thank you, Paul, so much. I want to apologize to the group. I'm so sorry. I messed up on the time, my New York time, and Scott and the time over there. I thought it was 4 o'clock, and the meeting's over at 4 o'clock. So I'm very sorry. Thank you, Paul, for your service throughout the years, not just today. I remember one of my greatest moments in Scotland was your mother made a dinner. It was. So I'm just very grateful. My topic is fanning the flame. I'm an addict. My name is Raymond from Brooklyn, New York. It's good to be speaking out there in Scotland. I think I'm in. Hey, thanks, guys. I think I'm in Central Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Paul, I think says so. Yes, very good. So, I'm so grateful first and foremost for the members who fanned my flame. Right. It says in the literature that we can't keep what we have unless we give it away. And when I came to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, man, I was angry. I was 17 years old. I had mental illness, crazy. Like you could tell if you ever see somebody and know that there's something wrong with that person, you could tell like there's something wrong with me at my face. We call it in New York face fighting. I had the anger. Who can look the angriest? Who can suck on lemons and just who can look the miserablest? And, trying to intimidate with the image, and I'm walking around like I'm in Rikers Island. And the fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous, the love that I got was, it wasn't familiar. It made me feel uncomfortable. People say, hi, they try to hug me. Whoa. What are you doing hugging? What's wrong with these people? And, it was just the love that I received in the rooms of recovery was incredible, was overwhelming. I didn't understand it. Why are you being so nice to me? Why are you offering me coffee? People in America, we say, come 20 minutes early, stay 20 minutes late, the meeting before the meeting after the meeting. We like to go to the diner. We go eat in the diner, have 30 cups of coffee and 1 hamburger, and we talk about the meeting. And people say, "You want to go to the diner?" I was like, "No, I don't know you. I don't want to go." But they were just loving me, and I would, no matter what I did, I curse, I bang the table, I throw the chair. Nothing I did stopped them from being nice to me, stopped them from welcoming. Nothing. I was like, man, these guys are crazy. What's going on? And so the love I received in the rooms of recovery, man, changed my life. I didn't know the literature. I hated God. There was no God. There was no sponsor. The love, the welcome. How you doing? People they remember my name. Fanning the flame. In the first tradition, in the base, it says that we've never felt so special any place else as we've been made to feel in Narcotics Anonymous, right? That we've never been, and that's true for me, that I've never felt so special. Like, wow, this guy said, "Hey, Raymond, well, good to see you." I was like, he knows my name. He fanned the flame. Remembering my name, he fanned the flame. The guy said, "Hey, Ray, you want to come early next week and help me put out the chairs?" I was like, what? He fanned the flame, asking me to get involved. A member said, "Hey, we got a business meeting. You want to come to the business, maybe get a commitment?" He fanned the flame. You know what I mean? Asked me if I want to come. You don't know your nice, warm gesture. Just remembering somebody's name, asking somebody if they want to get involved, and, "Hey, Ray, would you like to share?" Just ask. They fanned the flame. They gave me the pamphlets. They say, "Hey, Ray, why don't you check out these pamphlets? They're free." And they fanned the flame. So there's a lot of different things that people did for me, right? That fanned the flame of recovery, man, the desire and the hope. One of the ways somebody said, "Raymond, one day you're going to be celebrating a year clean." I was like, nah, I'm probably, I've tried so many things. Nothing works for me. The first step talks about resignation versus surrender. I resigned to the fact that I was an addict, that I was never going to get clean, that I was going to die an addict. I'm going to go to jail. And somebody said, "No, man, even you." The guy said, "Even you, angry 18-year-old, 9mm, but even you with the ugliest, angriest face, You can get clean and stay clean too. He said, if you want what we have to offer and you're willing to make the effort, 90 meetings, 90 days. You don't got to want to come, just come. He said, listen, even if you want to use, you never have to use again one day at a time. Like, they said things to me that I never heard before. They said, listen, before you use drugs, use the phone. I was like, wow. Before you use drugs, use the meeting list. We have a meeting list. I think you guys call it where to find. I'm not sure, a meeting list, where to find, and they said, use the tools of recovery. They said crazy stuff. They said, let us love you so you can learn how to love yourself. I was like, the disease, my head, how are you going to love me? You don't know me, and it just, man, fanning the flame, making people feel welcome. Trying to get people involved. If you see somebody new, man, I try to welcome people. I love, I'm a convention guy. In Florida, in New York, we got a convention in Long Island, in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, in Queens, in New Jersey. We got 30 conventions every year all over. So you take a newcomer, hey, you ever been to a convention? No. Oh man, you're gonna dance till 4 o'clock in the morning with no ecstasy, you're gonna really know. If you ain't never done it clean, you ain't never done it. Whoa! And the newcomer, why? And you're gonna see the comedian, you're gonna laugh. You don't need no marijuana to laugh. You can laugh, and you fan the flame. Invite people to conventions, invite people to the speaker jam, invite people. Oh, Jimmy T is speaking. Come on and hear Jimmy T. This guy is great. You're different, fanning the flame, different things that you can do, and so what they did for me, I've been clean. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 30 years later. 30 years later. And listen, they're still fanning my flame. If you look at my social media, everybody says, Raymond, I love you. Raymond, thank you. Raymond, keep coming back. New York, we say, congratulations, but make a meeting tomorrow. like congratulate, well done, but make sure you make a meeting. They still fanning the flame. Somebody said, man, I wonder what this next 10 years is going to look like. Are you going to become a millionaire? Are you going to write a book? Are you going to do a movie about you? Like, they're fanning the flame. There's no limit to recovery. There's no limit. The only limits are the ones I have imposed in my soul, in my mind. And the steps help me remove those limitations. The steps that, check out what the literature says, that our spiritual condition is the basis for a successful recovery that offers unlimited growth. That there's no limit. Financial growth, physical growth. I've been married in 5 days. I'll be married 23 years. Happily married. You know what it is to be married 23 years? It's not easy, right? But man, I love my wife. I saw other people doing it. There's these two people, Peter and Lucy from Brooklyn, New York, and they've been together 25 years. They've been together. There's people that are having hope. Hope fans the flame. If you see it, you can be it, right? If they can do it, ask them how they did it, and you can do it too. And I've been able, so go. I'm sharing right now, fanning the flame. I'm a Puerto Rican from Brooklyn, New York, who was lost and all messed up. NA changed my life. The love of NA, doing service, man, getting people involved. This will be a part of it. I think you guys got a convention, 8 years. You've been doing a convention over there now, man. And the newcomer comes, and we have a clean time countdown, and you get to 5 days. 4 days, you get to 1 day and the earthquake. Whoa! It's crazy, man. It's incredible. The recovery, fanning the flame, the excitement, the hope, man. And so I've learned, when people relapse, man, you could do this. You can make a comeback. Everybody loves a comeback, right? I don't know if you guys, I used to, I used to watch wrestling, Hulk Hogan, right? And Hulk Hogan would be getting beat up, and then all of a sudden he starts shaking, right? He starts shaking. He said, oh, he's getting mad now. He's getting ready to beat up. Everybody knows to come. When Hulk Hogan starts shaking, he's getting ready to come back strong. And we tell the newcomers that relapse, you can come back strong. Sometimes a relapse is a jarring experience that brings about a more rigorous application of the program. The shame is not in using. We're addicts. The shame is in not coming back. You get up, you dust yourself off, and you come back, and let us love you. And so encouraging members that relapse to keep coming back. You know what I mean? So, we got a seat for you here. We love you. being able to encourage a lot of people relapse, especially these last year and a half, people been going, encourage them. Say, man, you're welcome here. You have a seat here. We love you. Man, don't ever feel too ashamed to come back. Don't let the disease shame you to not come back. Come back. If you've used, man, come back home. Make a meeting. Tell us, I remember I relapsed by February 27th, the other day, 30 years ago. I was in the darkest time of my life. And somebody brought me back to a meeting, and I came back, and February 28th, I said, I got 1 day clean, and they clapped, and it was like if I was getting a Grammy award. They were banging the chairs, banging the tables. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming. I was like, wow. I thought they were going to, talk bad about me. I thought they're going to judge me, and they're telling me, keep coming back. It's incredible. The Fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous. I got nothing bad to say about the fellowship. Man, I am so grateful for the fellowship. Man, the people that reached out to me, I was telling somebody, I don't know where I shared, these two black guys, right? I'm Puerto Rican. When you're in jail, that we separate a little bit, the Puerto Spanish. Man, these two black guys said, yo, you want to go to a convention? I was like, what these two brothers want with me, man? What's going on? I was like, whoa. They took me to my first convention in Hilton Head, South Carolina. I heard Glendora speak from, man, it was powerful. I was like, yo, she was sharing. And I was like, yo, I never heard nobody share like that. Hairs were standing up. I used to have hair back then too. I was like, wow, this is the atmosphere of recovery. And people say that and help somebody. I was like, wow, And now I've been to a million conventions all over. I've been to conventions in Scotland and the UK and London. I've been all over the world going to conventions, right? They fanned the flame. They invited me. Getting involved. Listen, it's so important that when people come to the rooms of recovery, that we try to welcome them, that we try to encourage them, that we don't shoot our wounded. My friend Elliot R in Queens, he says, we don't shoot our wounded, man. We love our wounded. If even the old timers that mess up, they got character defects, and sometimes they make horrendous decisions. We can't be judging them and we got to love them. Say, yo, man, keep coming back. It gets greater later. You know what I mean? We live and we learn. Instead of judging and beating up our old time, we need to learn how to fan the flame of one another, no matter. We got 1 day clean, 30 years clean. It's about, when we talk about fanning the flame, it's about encouraging one another. Man, if you can't love me, if we can't love each other in NA, then where we're going to get the love at? You understand? Who's going to love me? If I can't encourage you here, we're in trouble. So I've learned, man. I remember, my mother died, right? And I was going through it, man. I felt like using. I was like, oh, man, I'm this pain in my heart. And somebody said to me something. They said, Raymond, if you love your mother that very much, then don't piss on her grave. Don't use her death as an excuse to you. That was encouraging to me. They said, listen, live in a way that will honor her. Do something. They fanned the flame. I was in a dark self-pity, my pain. And they said, yo, you can honor your mother in the way you live. They helped me change my thinking. Instead of me getting into depression, they said, yo, do something good. Help somebody else. Make another meeting. I remember many times on my mother's birthday, I would be doing H&I. And I would intentionally do something H&I. I'm like, look at me, Mom. I'm going to prison. Look at me. That guy fanned the flame in my dark moments. He said, listen, man, instead of feeling all sorry, instead of do something that was important. I remember, man, you ever call somebody and you feel all messed up? My sponsor he just called me. He was on Messenger. He said, those people are waiting for you. I was like, I'm sorry. I thought it was at 4:00. I'm so sorry. He said, you better apologize. Sometimes you got to be a little bit aggressive and fan the flame. Like, make sure you get to So sometimes I remember I was making one meeting a week. I got so busy. I became so important. And my friend said, yo, that one meeting a week is not enough. He says, that's not. And we had a courageous conversation where he was like, it was a rough conversation. Sometimes it's not always nice, but it motivates somebody to do better. And I said, okay, I get it. One meeting is not enough. I'm getting arrogant. I'm getting cocky. Cockiness is a red light indicator. He told me the literature. We have a slogan in New York on the wall. It says, one meeting away from NA makes 1 week. WEAK, week. you know. And so there's different ways to encourage people. There's different ways to fan the flame. I want to be a guy wherever I go. Right now on the Zoom meeting, I think I'm you know, I want to just say, yo, you can do this, man. If I can get clean, you can get clean. I had manic depression, schizophrenia, emotional disorder, panic attacks. I got all this stuff. When I got clean, I had all these mental diagnoses. I stood clean. I did step work. I hated God. I hated religion. I hated people who believed in God. Today I have a higher power today. Today I pray. Today is different. You know, I didn't know how to be a man before. I thought a man had, you know, all these women, you walk around angry and you fight. No, that's not. A man is humble. A man is responsible. A man is compassionate. I learned, people taught me how to be a man. People taught me, yo, recovery is about change, Raymond. You gotta, old ideas are never gonna open new doors. You gotta do something new if you want something new. You know, they were fanning the flame, encouraging me. Yo, there's a better way to live. You can have 10 years clean and your defects can drive you the way the drugs drag you on the street. And so you got to fan that flame. Yo, you don't got to live like that no more. You could be 5 years clean, 18 months clean, and be in sick relationships and say, yo, you could be somebody. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be honored. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be heard. You deserve a voice in it. And people fanning the flame in relationships say, man, you can do better. You don't got to stay stuck on stupid and parked on dumb forever. You can do the step work. There's different levels of recovery. There's another level. You know, I'm an addict. I like more. You know what I mean? I want more. In America, we say, my drug of choice is more. You know, just more, whatever. Just give me more, you know. And so I want more freedom. I want more peace. I got 30 years clean yesterday. I want 31 years. You know what I mean? I want 32 years. I'm 47 years old. I might be able to live to have 50 years. No. I gotta eat right now if I want 50 years clean. You know, I gotta drink more water. I gotta eat more vegetables. You know, fanning the flame. I want to be here for another 30 years, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I see other members. I seen this guy, my sponsor, got 35 years clean. I want 35 years clean. I see people with 40 years clean. They're fanning the flame. They stay visible and available, and they give hope to people like me. And same way, I want to be visible and available and give hope to other people. If you was crazy, if you're messed up, that's okay. You can stay clean, and we do recover. If you're sick in relationships, I was sick in relationships. You can get better and get married and become a husband or become a wife. You don't got to be, crazy forever. You can get healthy. We do it. That's fanning the flame. We do recover. We get better, right? We deal, we feel, and we heal, right? But you got to deal and you got to feel if you want to heal, the whole process. You get what I'm trying to say to you? And then we uncover in the step work, we uncover so that we can discover what our issues are, what our hurts are, what's going on underneath the surface, and then we recover. So we uncover, we discover, we recover. These are things that that's good. I heard that from a speaker. Somebody, I remember Sean G, he said, a man is not a man who sleeps with 1,000 different women. A man sleeps with one woman 1,000 different times. I was like, damn, that was good. I was like, wow. He encouraged me to be a different type of man, a man of integrity, a man that doesn't let lust drag him wherever lust wants him, that I don't have to live and get caught up with these sick, that I can be with one woman. That was a hope shot for me. You understand? When I didn't believe in God and somebody said, listen, man, this is not a religious program. You can find whatever concept of a higher power works for you. You can work, you can change your mind, you can do whatever, try this, try that. They fan the spiritual flame and say, yo, you can find something that works for you. It don't gotta be like Paul, it don't gotta be like Jamie, it don't gotta be like, find something that works for you. And now that fan the spiritual flame of recovery, where maybe I can have a higher power. Maybe I can explore spirituality. Maybe this will work for me. The disease wants to make everybody think that this part of the program is not for you, whatever part that might be. Just stay stuck here in this area. You're never going to get better here. Just settle for less here. No, in NA, whatever area of my life that I want to experience recovery in, all I got to do is practice spiritual principles in that area. Right? That's all I got. If I practice spiritual principles in that area and not character defects, I like character defects, but I found out that character defects, they destroy, they tear down. Spiritual principles, they build. So I've been able to learn. Listen, if you want to get better in a particular area of your life, stop acting out on defects, Raymond. Stop practicing spiritual principles and stop doing this. And I've been able to get better in different areas of my life, not just the drugs. I don't hate my father no more. I don't hate my third grade, my second grade school teacher no more. I don't hate the guy that bullied me for the first. I've learned how to forgive and get free. I've learned how to, what I found out? I found out for every minute that you spend angry at somebody from your past, that's 60 seconds that's being robbed from you. For every minute that I'm mad at somebody in my past, that's 60 seconds I'm not available for love in the present. And I don't got it. And so I recovered from recovery from resentments, recovery from abuse, right? Recovery. I had secrets that were keeping me sick. Other people shared their secrets. They allowed me to be able to talk to my sponsor about my secrets. And they told me, pain shared is pain lessened. A problem shared is a problem cut in half. I was like, wow, man. They encouraged me. Work the program. Somebody said this, there's no gram like the program, right? There's no gram like the pro. I was like, wow, that's good. I like that. And so I've been able to experience levels of recovery and, just in every area. I'm clean a long time. I've been, like I said, I've been all over the world. I got on a plane and went to places I never knew existed. I got friends and family all over the world. Before Zoom, I was traveling. I've been able to go to catastrophes. I buried 2 sons. I buried my son and a stepson. As a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old, I've been able to stay clean and go through that. And I've been able to encourage other people, unfortunately, that are going through that. That, man, you can do this too. I buried my son, my first son. My heart was broken. I didn't know how I was going to live through it. I didn't know what, but I got through it clean. I made meetings. I prayed. I asked God to heal my hurts. I asked God to help me. Right? I asked members, never left me alone. My sponsor was here. My support group was here. When my second son died in a car accident, my people were there for me. People showed up for me. They held me up when I wanted to, to take a dive. The fellowship was there for me. God gave me strength, internal fortitude to survive my deep wounds, right? To bury 2 sons and not use and make meetings and still share. Listen, that you can go through the darkest of times. In fact, dark times, difficult times, when the storm comes, it shows you where you're really at. They reveal your recovery. Do you really believe this? Do you really, no matter what, for real? And so I've been able to go through some catastrophes and not use, and I was on a retreat this weekend. My son, my son, my oldest son, 27, he said, Dad, tell me, give me some deep, profound things, or what's the most, and I told my son, I said, when my mother died, if I would have used, right? If my mother died, if I would have used, I told them, I never would have been able to experience this, and I would not met my granddaughter, right? I said, when my son died, if I would have used, I would have never met my grandson. So not using is still the big deal. When life happens, just don't use, because if you don't use, you show up for the next chapter, and it's beautiful. And I've been through some dark times and beautiful times. I'm so grateful I didn't use when my mom died. I got a beautiful granddaughter. I'm so grateful I didn't use when my son died. I got a beautiful grandson. And so we don't use no matter what. We cry, our hearts are broken, people die, COVID-19 is crazy, money, all this. We don't use. Melvin C. said something very powerful in New York. He said, if you lose everything, if you lose your girlfriend, your wife, your house, your car, if you lose everything, but you don't use, he said, you have just enough to start all over again. Just don't use, and you got a fighting chance. If you use, you lose. And I was like, and so no matter what happens, I told my son, we just don't use. I didn't use. I felt like using. I thought about using, but just because you think about it, you don't got to do it. Just because that's the power of freedom in Narcotics Anonymous. So on and on and on. I know that this is over at 4. I've been very grateful, man. I can't believe I'm living the life I'm living. I can't believe that, People came from different, during COVID-19, people flew into New York to see me, to hug me, to be with me on my 30th anniversary. You know, people all over. I have, listen, thousands, not hundreds, thousands of messages, Marco Polo message. I can't get to everybody. I was dying alone on the streets of Brooklyn. I had nobody. We used to have, I had a quarter in my pocket and nobody to call. Today, I got thousands of people all over the world, not in NA, outside of NA, my professional life, my spiritual life, NA has totally transformed my life. And check it out. What this program did for me, it can do for you. All I did was learn how to take suggestions. Find somebody who's winning and follow them, right? How did you get through that? How did you do that? How do you buy a house? How do you buy a new car? How do you stay married for 20 years with the same person? Don't they drive you crazy? Don't you get tired of No, you can grow in love, and you grow in love, and there's new levels of love and intimacy. And when the lust is gone, love is, I was like, wow, this is deep. When the lust is gone, then the relationship is over. No, when the lust is gone, love grows. I was like, wow, you guys in NA are deep, man. You guys are deep. The lust is gone. I was like, growing in love. I know how to fall in love. I don't know how to grow in love. Falling in love takes no effort. Growing in love takes a lot of effort. You know what I mean? And so I've been able to experience a life, man, incredible life. I'm doing stuff. Check it out. I get paid thousands of dollars to do for free what I do in NA. You understand? They say, can you come speak on this stage? I say, sure. They say, well, send us, what kind of soda do you like? I like peach water. What do you, they got a room for me, and they got, I'm a dirty crackhead that got clean in NA. And they tell me, what drink would you like a peach Snapple? Do you like ice in it? Do you like, what I learned in NA, it gave me opportunities outside of NA. And it's incredible, man. It's incredible. It's really incredible. And I'll say this. I know I got 4 minutes. One of the greatest things is even with my sons that die, right? Life is life. Life don't care if you're making meetings, if you're clean, if you're working steps. Life is going to happen, right? Life is life. It's not personal. It's just life, NA allows me to survive my emotions. It says in literature, no amount of spiritual awareness can reduce the pain of living. Life can be painful sometimes. You understand? But I have an incredible life. My son, I'm proud of my son. I got a daughter. I never talk about she's straight A student on the dean's list, college. I come from nowhere. I had nothing, and I wanted to die. Today, I got a lot of people all over. I got a great family. I'm looking at houses to buy a house. Crazy stuff. I never knew that by making 90 meetings in 90 days, so many wonderful things can happen. Now, I was speaking in Pittsburgh or Alaska, I don't know where, but somebody said, and I share for an hour and a half. I can share, I could go on and on. I can share. You give me a topic, I can share, right? And so anyway, I was sharing, no matter what, no, I was sharing. I was sweating. I was sharing, a good American share, and so after the share, right, there was like 300 people want to hug me, hug the hug line. And so this guy said, what? Tell me something. Tell me deep. Tell me something deep. I said, tell you something deep. I just finished. I said, yo, don't use and make meetings. He said, no, I know. I said, no, I don't think you understand. I said, by not using no matter what and making meetings, all these doors, all these opportunities, don't use and don't get caught up on a religious zeal. Don't find God and leave NA. I found God, I didn't leave NA. Don't get caught up on a social zeal. Now I got to go to college. I got to go to work. No, stay in NA. Just for today, don't go, stay. Addicts, I found this, Paul. Addicts in recovery. I got 10 minutes. Oh, great. Addicts in recovery are the only people that find something that works. They find something that NA works. Addicts getting clean. Addicts are finding great lives. They find something that works, and then they go do something else. Insanity, right? They leave this incredible. This works. Meeting makers make it. Those who make meetings regularly stay clean, right? More meetings, more choices. Less meetings, less choices. No meetings, no choice, right? More step work, more freedom. Less step work, less freedom. No step work, no freedom. It's simple. It's not, you don't got to be it's simple. This, for the first time in man's entire history, a simple way has proven itself in the lives of many addicts, right? This is a simple spiritual, not religious program known as narcotics. This program works. If you're in Sweden, if you're in Scotland, if you're in Russia, if you're in Brooklyn, if you're in the UK, wherever you at, if you're in Ireland, this program works. An addict, any addict, gay addict, straight addict, fat addict, skinny addict, smart addict, dumb addict, any addict, right? Whatever drugs you use, we don't care. Any addict can stop using drugs, lose the desire to use, and find a new way of life. That's our message. Our message is hope, and our promise is freedom. That you can experience levels upon freedom and levels upon freedom and levels upon how free do you want to be. Freedom is not free. How free? You got to be, what you're going to get out of this program, what you put into the program. Right. And so I'm just very grateful, man. I can't believe it. My wife just came into the door. I'm yelling. I'm sure my neighbors are hearing the message too. I hope they're not using, because if they're using, I'm messing up their high for sure. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm spitting all over my computer. I spill water all over. I get it. I love this. I am so grateful. I was dead. I was a dead man walking on the streets. I guess now they got these movies, I don't know, the dead people walking. I was those people dead walking. Now I'm alive. Now I got the sun shining in my room. Now I got a wife. I got incredible. I never imagined life could be like this. But I made meetings. I got a sponsor. I got a home group. I made coffee for a bunch of people I didn't like, right? And little by little by little, my life, I can't believe it. I can't, I got a friend here from Nevada. I'm going to Mexico, to Cancun in April. I'm going to Hawaii in May, right? I'm going to England. I might go to Scotland. I don't know if Paul, I might go to Scotland. I might go to Scotland with some haggis balls. Is that right? Haggis. I don't know. I eat some more haggis balls. I don't care. Some haggis balls. I'm not scared, right? This life in NA is crazy. So if you're new, please keep coming back. Don't use no matter what. And God forbid you do use, come back home. We love you. I'm an addict. My name is Raymond. Thank you so much for letting me share.
Nice one, Raymond.
Thanks, Raymond. Well done.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'm just going.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, my people.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much.
And this Dion. Love you, man.
Love you. Thank you.